You see that?
Yeah.
I just for like 3 years. I need to get it redone.
Damn. That's it.
Obviously, we got a full house today, haven't we?
You got Brian Jennings? Yeah.
Who else is here?
Andy Cruz, Brandon Pizarro, his brother Angel, DJ. You got DJ, you got Mill. You know what I mean? Them the main ones.
I'm just excited to be fighting one, a guy that got 2 belts, a guy that's in the, one of the top in the division. I'm ready to shut everybody up.
Boots, what are we working on today?
I don't know, whatever. What they got going on? I don't know. We just go.
You just go?
You just go. Tape our inner opponent. It's over. It's over. It's over. Them 2 belts come back home to Philly. We always do that. You see them draws over there? Like the same way. Tape them up, cross them out. Because they getting crossed out.
Nice, right? Nice. Over and under, right there. Over and under with that same hand, right there. Yeah, turn it. Turn your hip with it. Do it again. Go take that hip with it. That's it. Do it again. Come back with the hook. Nice. Nice. Oh, yeah.
The showdown between Xander Zayas and Jaron Boots Ennis is now just around the corner, and excitement continues to build across the boxing world. Both undefeated stars are deep into their final preparations as fight night rapidly approaches. When June 27 finally arrives, one thing is guaranteed. One of these rising champions will suffer the first loss of his professional career. On paper, many fans see Boots as the clear favorite. His reputation as one of boxing's most avoided fighters has followed him through every division he's entered. But overlooking Xander Zayas could be a costly mistake. The unified champion has worked tirelessly to reach this stage, and recent training footage shows both men looking locked in and ready for war.
And he knocked this dude out. Yeah, look at he's training. I mean, he just fought. He's got another world title 2.5 weeks ago, and the man's back in the gym, and he's still on weight. He didn't swell up. Look at him. Look at him, man. I mean, no jokes, no games. This guy's working.
No, I didn't. No.
I'm expecting him to do what he always do, and I'm gonna capitalize every mistake that he make, and I'm gonna show him why I'm really like that, and he gonna see the difference, his levels.
Boots can adapt to any style, any situation. You know what I mean? We don't have to work on nothing. I want to see Xander take Boots to another level. See, people still ain't see what really he can do. You know what I mean? He can box, he can move, but he like to rumble. That's why people come to pay to see him. He like to fight.
Fire, stop.
Oh, I like Xander. As a fighter, I like him. He's a good fighter, man. To me, he got a good jab. He can box, and he got this.
I feel like after this fight I'm the man, in any division. So I feel like I'm taking over boxing, starting June 27th. You will hear the words in the new on June 27th.
Both fighters appear to be in tremendous shape heading into what could become one of the biggest fights of the year. Zayas has reportedly pushed himself harder than ever during camp. and even members of the Ennis team have acknowledged his dedication. Boots, meanwhile, is determined to prove that he operates on a completely different level. His father and trainer, Boots Ennis, has repeatedly stated that he wants Zayas at his absolute best because challenging opposition is what helps great fighters evolve. It's rare to hear a rival camp openly encourage their opponent to bring everything they have, but that confidence speaks volumes. Based on the training footage alone, fans should expect a high-level and action-packed contest.
Strong your technique is really where your power is. He got good technique.
I'm gonna hit like a heavyweight, like a dude like your size.
I just told him the technique is where the power is.
June 27th, y'all know what's going on. In the new, it's time to have fun, make easy work, look phenomenal, come home with a big knockout. About to be a two-time unified weight division champ. The best in the world, the best ever. Make sure y'all tune in. Shout out to all the haters too. I love y'all. Yeah.
Several of Boots and his sparring partners are convinced he will leave the ring victorious. One of those voices is Kashad Elliott, who recently offered insight into what it's like sharing the gym with Ennis. Elliott praised Boots for combining elite athleticism with exceptional ring IQ. According to him, sparring Ennis requires total concentration because he constantly makes adjustments, changes angles, and switches stances without warning. Elliott explained that Ennis doesn't simply rely on speed and power. His ability to anticipate reactions and eliminate options makes him one of the most difficult fighters in boxing to prepare for.
All right, so you're officially in camp with Jaron Ennis for his bout against Xander Zayas. How'd everything go?
I feel like I did great. You know, like I said, I had to be on my A game with him. You know, he's a one in a generational type of fighter that I could say. Like, you don't run into many guys like that. Like, it's very scarce to run into somebody with an ability like that. You know, he's fast, he's comfortable, he's sharp. You know, and in my opinion, I don't know why they took the fight. That's not me. I would have tried to, you feel me? But it is boxing, you know, and I actually commend Xander for taking, you know, the challenge. But, you know, this is a different level right here. This is a different level. It's gonna show. It's definitely gonna show. It's 100% gonna show.
Elliott later shared his prediction for the fight, and he didn't hold back. Based on his experiences in the gym, he believes Zayas will struggle to cope with what Ennis brings to the table. Elliott expects Boots to gradually break Zayas down before eventually forcing a stoppage. He explained that many fighters can remain competitive early, but Ennis' combination of pressure, strength, and awareness eventually overwhelms opponents. In Elliott's view, Zayas has never faced someone with the complete skill set that Boots possesses, and he believed that reality will become obvious once they meet in the ring on June 27th.
June 27th, he faces off against Xander Zayas. What does that fight look like?
In my opinion, I think that, you know, that's a great fight for boxing. Like I said, I commend Xander for giving Boots the opportunity. But like I said to you, that's a 5-round fight, 5-6 round fight, in my opinion. Once he, like you said, once he touch, bro, he's gonna start running, and that's just gonna be the fight from there. That's what I think. It's not gonna last long at all. I was right about the Shakur shit.
Yeah.
I was right about the I told you I was right about the Shakur shit. This is 5 rounds. I'm putting 5 rounds, 5 to 6 rounds. That's it. I'm telling you.
You know, the funny thing is with the Shakur shit, motherfucker, like, even with this, people gonna be in the comments like, oh, you crazy, you biased, this and that. But it played out.
I was being real. Like, I knew the difference between T.O. I watched T.O. Like, to me, I like T.O. I'm not like one of them guys to say, like, oh, like, if a nigga could fight, he could fight. T.O. could fight for sure, but it's just levels. Like, there's a different level of pace, different level of jab, sharpness, everything. There's more to just being an explosive a fighter. Like, it's so much that Shakur do that's better than T.O. that I just knew. Like, and it's the same thing with this one. Like, Xander's young, bro. Boots is very well experienced. Like, and I'm not trying to sit here and say Xander isn't, because it's 6 rounds. That's it. That's all.
Meanwhile, Jermaine Ortiz has spent significant time training alongside Xander Zayas in recent months and has been impressed by what he has witnessed firsthand. Speaking about the matchup, Ortiz described it as one of the most exciting fights currently on the boxing calendar. Training camps in Florida have given him a close look at Zayas' preparation, and he believes fans are going to be treated to a memorable battle. Ortiz admitted that he is firmly supporting Zayas in this contest and feels the young champion has all the tools necessary to shock the boxing world when the opening bell rings.
I was seeing you jogging and training with, Xander Zayas for his big fight coming up June 27th. But how's everything been?
Everything's been good, brother. Just, enjoying life, traveling a little bit, and that's about it, man. Just working.
So how was, Florida with training with them?
It was cool, it's always a great environment, Xander's really cool, they treat me like family over there, so it's nothing but love. And yeah, everything's good.
How's he looking?
He's looking great.
What do you think about the fight?
It's gonna be a good fight. Good fight. I think it's a good fight for the fans to see. Just I think it's been happening more often in the past couple years where uh the fights that the people want to see are not having to wait 3, 4, 5 years for it to happen, and that's something that I think is good for boxing.
100%. You've been standing on that with your career, numerous of times. So I could definitely hear you on that.
Yeah.
That fight, is there like somebody that you favor in that fight?
Yeah, I'm favoring Xander, 100%.
While members of the Ennis camp are predicting dominance, respected trainer Robert Garcia sees the fight very differently. Garcia warned that overlooking Xander Zayas could be a dangerous mistake. Although he recognizes Boots as the favorite, Garcia believes Zayas has qualities that many people are ignoring. He described the champion as physically strong, mentally tough, and disciplined enough to remain competitive throughout the fight. Garcia emphasized that Zayas possesses tremendous heart and determination. In his opinion, if the contest extends into the championship rounds, Ennis could find himself dealing with problems he has not experienced in recent fights, making this matchup far closer than many expect.
Boots and Xander, it's right. I mean, it's credit to Xander, right? Taking on a guy that I'm sure most people told him not to, but he is a unified champ. You gotta fight the guys.
And look, and I wouldn't be surprised if he pulls it off. Very few give him a chance. But he's a big boy. He's strong. He has the heart. And a fighter that's dedicated, because I know he's very dedicated, very disciplined, heart, and he's big enough to be able to take Boots' punch. 12 rounds is not going to be easy for Boots. I could tell you, 12 rounds, Boots would have to look sensational and put a beating on him the first half of the fight. But I think if it goes late into, I think Boots is in trouble because Xander has tremendous heart, big boy. He's a warrior. He has the heart that won't stop him. He won't back up. I think he has a chance. Honestly, I do.
It's gonna be a great fight, man.
Hall of Fame boxer and promoter Oscar De La Hoya has also weighed in on the matchup, calling it a true clash of elite young talent. De La Hoya praised Boots for his speed, movement, and ability to create openings with unpredictable combinations. At the same time, he spoke highly of Zayas, describing him as a powerful and ambitious fighter who constantly looks to apply pressure. Oscar hopes Ennis chooses an aggressive approach rather than a cautious one, encouraging him to push forward and hunt for a stoppage. He believes Zayas' willingness to engage and exchange punches could create the perfect formula for an unforgettable fight.
Change up his combinations, his footwork is impeccable. But then you have Zayas, who's a big guy, who throws a lot of punches, who's young, who's strong. But he's motivated, he's hungry. I think it's going to be a great fight. I think it's going to be a classic fight. I sure hope that Boots uses that Philly shell, but it walks him down. I don't want him to move around, and it's going to make it very difficult for Zayas, and we might see one of those fights where it's like, oh, it's a 12-0 shutout. No, if we see the Philly style moving forward, and where Boots wants to maybe knock him out, then we will see a great fight because Zayas loves that interaction. Zayas loves to throw combinations. He'll get hit a couple of times to hit you 5-6 times back. So I think hopefully we're going to see that style, but I really do feel this has the potential to be a great fight.
Former world champion Shawn Porter recently offered his own breakdown of the contest and labeled it one of the summer's biggest attractions. Porter compared the matchup to two completely different drivers competing in the same race. According to him, Zayas approaches boxing with a structured and disciplined mindset, carefully following a game plan from start to finish.
Last question. Your sparring partner, Jaron Ennis, set to face Xander Zayas June 27th. Oh, shit, you up here now, so I know you're going to be in the building.
Right, for sure. I'm there from there.
What's your thoughts on that fight?
A good fight. Man, my hat's off to Xander, man. With him being young, we came up in the amateur together.
Yeah, y'all signed the top rank around the same time.
Yeah. So he signed, I think, 16, maybe, or 17.
Yeah, 16.
Yeah, and I signed like right when I turned 18. So.
Yeah, but y'all the same age, right?
Yeah. I think he a year younger than me.
How old are you now?
I'm 24.
Oh shit, yeah, you're 23.
Yeah. So, so my hat's off to him because I feel like Boots the best person at 154. So with him fighting for the world title, then defending to get another one. I mean, with his first defense, he fought, he unified for his first defense, and then he fought, I feel like everybody say the best person at 154. Then he fight Boots, so my hat's off to him. I feel like it's a good fight. I definitely get an edge to Boots. But hey, I feel like I just want everybody to see it. But I think I know how it's gonna go. I might put my bets in.
You got a little smart.
I'm gonna put my little bets in, but I feel like it's a good fight.
Ennis, on the other hand, relies more on instinct, athletic gifts, and natural creativity, while Porter ultimately favors Boots because of his superior physical abilities. He also acknowledged that Zayas' organized style could present challenges that Ennis rarely encounters inside the ring. Porter went even further by comparing Boots Ennis to NFL legend Barry Sanders. He explained that both athletes possess a rare ability to create spectacular moments through improvisation and natural talent. However, that same unpredictability can sometimes place them in risky situations. Porter noted that Ennis is capable of making opponents miss by inches.
Zayas is the more controlled fighter in the sense that he has a regimented account for what he wants this fight to look like and how to get to where he's trying to go to, opposed to Boots, right? So you and I, we take off at the same time and we're racing. I'm clearly the faster car. I'm clearly the faster, better driver, but you know exactly how you want to get there. You're going to go down one street, you're going to go right. You're going to get to that street, you're going to go left. And you're going to go left, and then you're going to go right. And then you're going to zoom it down, and then you're going to make another right. While as me, I'm like, man, I'm going to go here, and then I get to a light, and I'm like, I can't stay at this light too long. And then I turn and I go down and I got a stop sign and I go here and I'm here. I feel as if Boots is the kind of fighter that has so many tools and so many things that he's capable of doing. I think he knows how fast he is. He knows how quick he is. He knows how powerful he is. And it's a matter of him saying, man, this is going to work. That's going to work. This going to work. That's going to work. Opposed to a Xander Zayas, and I know that I'm not wrong about this. Xander's going to come to the ring with, this is what we need. And if this isn't working, this is what we're going to go to. And then if this isn't working, we're going to try to figure it out from there. I think that Xander's coming in with what I would consider to be a solid game plan, while I will look at Boots thinking that talent coming to the ring, and if you hold that talent, what's going to happen then, So that's what I'm looking at in this fight. I still think it's, in some ways, it's a 50-50 fight, but I'm inclined to go with the talent because that talent is undeniable. It's just that talent. It's just that talent,
And producing highlights that seem impossible. Yet in other moments, his willingness to take chances can leave openings that a skilled opponent may exploit. This balance between brilliance and vulnerability is exactly what makes Boots one of the most fascinating fighters in boxing today.
I just think, we'll get more in depth as the fight's actually here, but he's so creative.
It has to be one of the greatest things you've heard, right?
Yeah, it would have been fun.
I don't know if it's more,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he does that. He's super flashy. He's as talented as anyone, but just vulnerable enough.
Yeah.
And everybody that watches boxing knows
That's kind of what I'm saying, though.
Yeah.
You just don't understand it. You know what I mean? Like Barry Sanders has this
this stat that is like beyond me.
More negative rushing plays.
So amazing,
Yeah.
but you also have the most negative yards of any running back of all time, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep.
Yeah, like how to have that stat, but also be so electric and so What about boxing is much different. You only got yourself. You ain't relying on the whole team and blah 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 blah. But again, even when I'm just saying, like, talent can be what's the word I'm thinking of? Talent can be subdued. It can be controlled.
You can
it can
in
be
too much.
Yeah. And the other side of that.
So
And I asked Bozy that too. I asked Bozy, like, yo, do you see him do something? You just you like, my man, my son's the greatest, or do you are you able to stay away from how talented he is? And Bozy said no. He said, and I believe him. My dad's the same way, my dad. My dad didn't care about the talent, Bozy says he don't care about the talent, but when you see shit like that, it's hard. You know what I mean? He's great.
Well, okay. Well, we talked about in the beginning how good improvisation can be.
Yeah.
Now, Terrence Crawford could flow like water. He could improvise as he goes on.
Mm-hmm.
But him and Brian McIntyre always had that focused game plan coming in.
Mm-hmm.
And if I need to improvise on the way, I can do that, and I will do that in basically every assignment he had. But they also had, you knew from experience for being in the gym with them for the Canelo fight, we got this down packed for what we want to execute against Canelo Alvarez. And I'm sure Bozy does, but he's going to get put to the test.
There's no denying that Boots Ennis enters his fight as the betting favorite. Most analysts expect him to continue his rise and preserve his undefeated record. But Xander Zayas now has the opportunity to deliver the biggest victory of his career and prove that all the hype surrounding him is justified. A win over Ennis would instantly change the landscape of the division and establish him among boxing's elite names. The question is whether he can rise to the occasion, or whether Boots will once again show why so many people consider him one of the best fighters in the sport. Let us know your prediction in the comments below. Can Zayas pull off the upset, or will Ennis continue his reign as boxing's most feared rising star? If you enjoyed today's video, make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss future boxing updates.